let's see, is everything working? I hope everything's working. Welcome back to Ogre Battle 64. I actually didn't get nearly as much grinding done as I would have liked to have done. Hold on, let me just turn the volume down in my ears a bit so I can hear myself think. Ooh, okay, I didn't get nearly as much grinding done as I would have liked to have done since the last time I played. Had a few organizational and logistic things to get done in my personal life. Actually still working on them, which is why... Well, I can't really blame anything externally on my own productivity faults. That's my own lack of productivity, just rearing its ugly head, getting less stuff done. But anyway, never mind about me and my outside personal life. As far as Ogre Battle 64 is concerned, the only thing I was able to do is I was able to revisit, I think, Gunter Piedmont here, and I think I was able to grind out, well, I can just check. Items, list items. I know there's a way to rearrange this so I don't have to think about the order. Yeah, here it is. 2 more cryonic claws. And as far as dragon weapons go, I now have 2 Submagnus, 2 Cryonic Claws, and 2 Axe of the Worms. I did not even find out what the dragon weapon was for fighting a Platinum Dragon yet. I'm still kind of reeling by the fact that I thought it was going to be a Fire Dragon, which I think, well, if it's not... If it's a Platinum Dragon for this past mission, then it's just as possible for it to be a Dark Dragon or a Fire Dragon for the next mission, which kind of throwing me off, because I was hoping it would be a Fire thing so I could get the whole Elemental thing all worked out. But, yeah, anyway, so 2 more Cryonic Claws have been added to the inventory. Other than that, not much has happened. I think the average level of my army now is 10 across the board. I think I have a few level 9 monsters. Or not monsters, I guess they're large creatures once they're part of my military. I don't want to disparage them. Yeah, so other than that, I think my entire army is at level 10. The last thing that happened story-wise was we actually fought members of the revolution against it. So I think it's probably the way the game balances itself out. Because I joined the revolution, General Godless, the guy I used to be subordinate to, immediately took dark magic powers and converted half of his military into monsters, making them clearly the evil choice. As far as moral things go. And on the rebellion side, there was someone at the table, oh, I can't even remember his name right now, there was someone at the general's table who basically just said, hey, we need to be killing them more. Instead of trying to release slaves, we just need to be killing more people. In fact, if we release the slaves in front of the people we need to kill, they'll make perfect meat shields for us to kill more people. Which is sort of trying to, so probably if I had chosen the loyalist campaign rather than the revolutionary campaign, he probably would have been like the leader of the revolutionary army. Anyway, so the slightly more bloodthirsty band of revolutionarists were actually the last people I thought. So not even the Southern Division, literally our own men and women. Which is always fun. It's always fun when you're immediately gonna incite violence among your own side. That's exactly what you want. Alright, so I think if I'm trying, again, I'm using a guide just so I don't miss any of the recruitable characters, and I don't think there's anyone I need to worry about in this next mission. That is the only thing plot-wise that I know about the next mission. I do think that there's a side quest having to do with this next area, but I'm pretty sure that only triggers, like the previous one with the drunk guy and his wife, or the princess dress. Both of those happened in these areas. Well, actually, I guess at the Bellis Mine too. And all of those can only happen after the mission in that area is completed. You can't initiate the side quest while in the main quest. I've learned. So I think I can just jump into it. I think so. Let's do it. I mean, we can always save scum if it really, really gets down. I'm trying to do that as little as possible, but it is an option, and I am petty like that, so it'll probably happen. I'm just saying. Alright, what do we got? Hi, Hugo. What you got for me today? Interesting information from our scouts. Ooh, eyebrows. Oh, we finally get to fight eyebrows. Oh, I'm actually pretty happy about this. I mean, tactically, sure, but we didn't actually fight him. So this is more like a one-on-one encounter. Alright, a lot of red dots. Same as last time. Same, you know, I've noticed a lot of times when they revisit, they make you start at a different location. I honestly kind of expect them to make me start from that southern isolated town, because it kind of looks like you'd have to work out from there to get everything started. But you know what? It's fine. Castle Burgard, a day and a half west. We must take the castle. We must take the castle. Concentration of enemy troops increases the further west we go, so basically the closer we get, the stronger they get. That makes sense. They're taking a defensive stance. Well, even in that mini-map, it seems like they're taking a defensive stance on the southern bank, which is totally fine, because we can go across the northern bank. We will have to outwit them. They'll be mulling about, looking like they're... That's not good. Usually an uncoordinated army in a defensive position that seems uncoordinated is probably bait. He will win at any cost, so be careful. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, this is definitely ambush. As you may know, they've been enlisting more experienced men, but they'll be tough, but don't give up. Avoid unnecessary skirmishes and use your men to their potential. So basically, understand how to put people in in proper formation, and make sure that everyone's got backups. I think I got this. So we have to go quickly to prevent them from getting stronger. But what if I want to get them, like, ooh? Does that mean he's got a flying unit? A second tier flying unit? Oh, buddy, I want you really bad. Okay, I'm trying to think about how I want to do this, sorry. First of all, pause immediately. It's been a while, so I did do some grinding in the back, and just because I didn't get a lot done didn't mean I didn't spend several hours in the game. So my methodology is a little different now. I gotta rethink about how I want to do this. Alright, you could go with a relatively neutral, kind of chaotic person. You are relatively low. I kind of want to send Marty to you. You're pretty high. I want to send Kendra to you. Alright, so I'm going to send Assenbell here, Katendra here, and Marty here. I'll take care of those first three. And then how are we looking for the second push? That's like dead even. That's really high. I might have an issue with that. I don't think I have anyone properly morally aligned to take that on. There's a couple ways of dealing with that. Apparently, well, I was trying to figure out how character birthdays work, and apparently if I had let it looped around, I might have been gotten some free gifts, which might have affected morality. And the second I get those, well, then all these towns are getting liberated instead of captured no matter what. But for right now, I kind of don't have a full-on lawfully aligned individual. So this place might be a little bit rough. Everyone else, though. Everyone else I got someone for. Yeah, that's neutral. Alright, alright, so... dispatch... Assenbell. He's got a relatively low alignment. I'm pretty sure he can go here, where his daughter has a relatively high alignment. I think she can go over here. Which is good. Nice. And now... Marty, right? And see, some of this is kind of on the higher side. Both of them. I think I want to send Toots down here. She's supposed to have high alignment, but I don't think it's working out for her. So I'm going to try and send her to the neutral territory. Is there anyone else? I'm not checking in the morality section, though. That's probably the key. Let's see what the people's morality is. Light chaotic. Ooh, light lawful. Which is weird, because between the witch and the ninja, they technically have all negatively aligned people. Or neutral, I guess. The sorceresses tend to be pretty neutral. Marty is obviously my evil boy. Toots is trying to be my good girl, but it's not working out. At least not so far. Can't wait till I get the alignment modifiers. Otherwise, oof. Oof. Alright, I think we just rough it. See what happens. Let's dispatch Elliot or Kenny to take care of that flyer, though. Woody could also probably use some experience. Kenny, you do it. Elliot's probably got a stronger chance, which is why I want to send Kenny to do it. Let's send Elliot. Alright, see what happens. I want Dio, or let's also get Leah in the mix. I want one of them to try and take out this knight guy who's approaching here. There. That should be enough to get them looking in the right direction to see the clear and present danger approaching. Cool. Hey, we're fighting Cloud from an entirely different Japanese franchise. Nice. And continue. I'm itching for some action. Maybe some cream. Okay. It's an entire... Oh, sorry. I was in training mode. I turned off battle animations. But honestly, the battle animations are the most charming thing of the game. So why wouldn't I want to continue it? Well, because training goes on forever otherwise. But still... Also, Elliot here is probably low enough in alignment where he could, oh my god, these are all lawfully aligned individuals, I just realized that. Buddy, if you could drop, like, that mace, that'd be great. Or, you know, anything that would allow me to get the next level of flying guys that can lead units like you can. Be very happy about that. I'm just saying. Kinda would make my day. Alright, I don't think there's anything else I can do. Continue. Marty should definitely get this one. Uh-oh. Yeah, that implies slave warriors. That's not great. I mean, there's no way Marty's gonna lose. He is one of my strongest damage-dealing units. Plus, with his Abyss, he's got the pretty decent defense going as well. Man, are you sure that I can't recruit any of these guys yet? Because they really don't seem like they want to be part of this army. Plus they got cool little claws. I like their cool little claws. How do I get more? Oh, there's another flying unit. Looks like a slightly different type, too. Is he coming around to try and fight Magnus? Magnus won't die, but he might get that base captured if someone else isn't there to help defend it. Luckily, that's where I dispatch my troops from, so there's no way that I won't be able to get back up there in time. Unless, of course, I've done this before, actually. I've dispatched all the maximum units that I can, and literally can't dispatch anymore, and that is how I lost once, and I try not to do that anymore. I can't even remember if that was a recording. Probably didn't upload that recording because, you know, why invest a whole lot of time in something that didn't pan out anyway. And, you know, despite the micromanaging and the complication that... Why did my alignment go up for Marty? Is the other people just so evil that the act of fighting them guarantees that your alignment's going to go positive? I mean, I believe it, but... Oh, this is like the weakest possible unit you could field. Especially since, no matter how much that fairy powers up their weakest guy, once one of the three is dead, he's dead for good. I don't like how injured Marty is getting, though. I just realized I haven't spent any investment in healing him. I can wait probably one more encounter, but then I really got to give him some herbs. Some herbs with a H. Oh, okay, well, at least Toots is facing the right way. Oh, Toots is in the wrong formation! Uh-oh. Toots, you are lucky you are not going to lose this by virtue of the fact that they were already so weak. Oh my goodness. They just straight up attack the leader. Well, it's a good thing she can heal herself. I gotta switch the formation back to what it was. Maybe? Maybe I keep it where it is. Maybe she's just fine. Maybe Toots is fine how she is, Dad. Alright, yeah, we're gonna keep her formation. Yeah, I thought. There's no way that Dio isn't gonna get the drop on this one. Sorry, sorry. To the slave warrior, to the unit leader who was threatening his own men with death. To heck with him. This is not how you inspire loyalty. That seems important. Can you see that one? Can you look that way? No? How about now? Wait, why didn't... Oh, that's not awesome. I was gonna say, why did he drop an item that's, not associated with his class? Usually when they drop an item, it's because it's an item that they're wielding. And I just realized between the three grapplers and the knight guy, oh, that makes me sad. That none of them used a whip. So the only reason they would have a whip is because that guy is a literal slave driver, and that's not okay. Cool, Marty, I'm happy you did a liberation instead of a capture. Now just hold there, heal up for a bit. That's not actually the one I wanted to select. I wanted to select Marty. What do these people have to say? Why is he leading the Western Division? Is it not uncommon for loyalty to the armies? But some okay. Latinum is facing Lotus. I don't think the Lotus wants to keep the prince close. Makes for an easy hostage. No, yeah, that's... you're completely understanding that they've completely made Prince Yumel a figurehead prince. Which is sad for him. But it does make sense given the context of the situation which seems to be going on, which I barely understand, but even I understand that. Leah. Also follow Dia. I mean, this is practically neutral, right? Yeah, so literally either one of you guys can do it. You guys are both as neutral as it can be, still. I mean, Dio's a little bit... whatever. Liberate. Wow, they got so many flying armies. It's like just continuous flying armies. Hopefully they drop some cool stuff. I mean, this is kind of a beatdown. Marty is just way too strong. Also, I don't feel good about this, considering I realize that they're fielding slave army, man. That's just not okay. I mean, the recruits probably can't show it. Well, no, maybe the recruits were different. They are recruits, after all. In theory... Well, you know what? I will deal with the moral implications. This is also Prince Yimmel's army. Oh my god. So that means the ones that aren't slave drivers are the people of my childhood best friends division. And theoretically are the morally good ones that are trying to keep it reined in. Oh. This is a very morally compromised mission that I seem to be running. But I'm fighting eyebrows. It makes sense. Taking. Okay. Is your alignment not low enough? Oh, cute. I don't like taking. What's their moral alignment, and how do I do this? Well, let's just keep going, and then if we end up taking the next few villages as well, then we're going to go ahead and do some save scum, because I barely understand the Chaos Frame system, which I call Lawful Chaos Division, because... or good and evil, because like even I just like I am trying to micromanage this stuff, but I'm trying to keep my group. Oh god. So there's individual alignment, and there's unit alignment, and then there's army alignment. And army alignment is not shown to you. They show you troop alignment, which means you can roughly guess the unit alignment, which is what I just got wrong with Assenville down there. I should send Tori. Tori's just dubious enough. He probably could have liberated them. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reeling now a bit about what happened. Oh, this is actually going to shift Schwitz's alignment negative. How do I make sure that my overall troop alignment... Okay. Oh, hey, Coffee Culture, how you doing? My week went okay, not gonna lie. Nothing too much happened, which, you know, no news is good news, right? I do have someone in my building that's moving out, so there's been a little bit of disruption going on, you know, back and forth with the furniture going up and down stairs and moving cars and all that other stuff. But that's just like basic disruption. Yeah, nothing too much. How about yourself? You feeling pretty good? You did a good week, nice and productive, or if you didn't get anything productive like me, nice and fulfilling? I hope so. I already messed up and captured one of these villages instead of liberating it, so I just feel a little bit just not as good about this as I'd like to be. Yeah, see, your alignment can go down. I think that's Kenny. Kenny, your alignment can go down all you want. I want you to be evil. Oh, Elliot, not Kenny. Oops. So, near as I can tell, the capture versus liberate mechanic, which as I said before, is one of the only ways that you can influence the alignment that I'm aware of, relies on you. Why are my guys so weak? Oh my god, I just realized how injured my puppy is. I was so distracted. Alright, hold on, let me fix that. But yes, so pause and heal. Let's do this. Let's get all of them. There we are. Now everyone's nice and healed back up again. Whew. Okay, so so each village has its own alignment. See at the bottom? It says morale. I think they were trying to say morality, and they just cut it off at morale, because that's definitely, I'm pretty sure, I am dyslexic, but I'm pretty sure that spelling of morale is, you know, positive morale and negative morale is how good you feel about the situation while in a group. I could be wrong on that spelling. Again, I am dyslexic. But anyway, it's supposed to be morality, and what they don't tell you is, strangely, let's see if I can find one. 50 is neutral. So 50 is dead even. Whereas, you know, a high number, let's see right over here, 77. So this is a lawfully aligned village. Like, they're good. I mean, if you want to be more PC about it, I think it's chaotic and orderly as opposed to good and evil. I really like the Venture Bros, and I like how it's like, whoa, 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 we're not the bad guys, we're antagonists. I just found that a very funny way of splitting hairs. But, yes, so if you have a high number, or at least a number above 50, you are lawfully aligned, and if you have a low number, like this guy, that's also a high number. Why is Marty trying to capture? Oh, Marty is trying to kill the flying away guy. Right. Take a nap. Whereas there, Tabuk is a relatively low alignment at 31. So, that means they can only be liberated by units that have similar alignments. Marty here is my resident evil guy. Some things when you recruit to their army, they start out with alignments. The gremlins here, if you couldn't tell, they're supposed to be somewhat netherworldly. So they start with negative alignment, and apparently every battle, the alignment shifts. So right now, Marty is my most chaotically aligned individual, as you can see by that giant C above his name. But yeah, just by having Marty do evil things and having him in a unit with slightly negatively aligned guys, I was able to shift him in the negative direction. The problem is, I can't, like, your alignment shifts in every battle, or not every battle, but most battles, and I can't figure out what the mechanic is that makes it shift one way or the other during an actual battle. Like, sometimes I think it's because I'm fighting characters who, because like the enemy units also have alignments. Yeah, see? He's slightly tipped in the good direction, so this is a slightly positively aligned unit. I used to think that killing good units made you evil, and I used to think that killing evil units made you good, but it doesn't seem like that's the case if I'm microanalyzing it. I have not figured out the situation as such. I do know that there are items that can shift alignment in the game. I think there's like a Totem of Order or a Amulet of Chaos. It's like very obvious what it's doing. But until then, I have to try and figure out specifically is what's happening. And see, Asenbel here is oops, that's not what I wanted, is slightly negatively aligned. His dragons are neutral. Dragons start neutral unless they're platinum dragons or dark dragons, because obviously they're good or evil dragons. So I kind of thought he'd slightly negative alignment, he'd be able to liberate a village that had an alignment of 41. But I was wrong and he took it instead. So that's a slightly negative alignment for my overall army, which you never get to see, which is frustrating. I wish I could tell you what my overall alignment is for my my whole army, but just the unit and the individual characters are all I can actually see, which is, you know, interesting. I also want to kill this flyboy. I'm just watching him right here, menacingly. Oh, look at him. He's got a slightly negative alignment. His dragons don't. Okay. Let's go ahead and dispatch an entirely new army just for him. Fry right now is kind of overpowered. Let's send Fry out. I like that he's overpowered. You can make the individual units stronger with their equipment. Now, some units can't equip some units can't unequip certain types of items because they need to be like within the same class, I guess. But you can get like way better weapons for the individuals. What am I looking at here? Yeah, Rudcliffe doesn't stand a chance. Marty is one of my strongest units. Oh, he's bypassing entirely? That's interesting. Fry. You can now see him? Good. Kill him. Individual units can only target things that they can see, which makes sense, but you can see everything, so it gets a little frustrating sometimes when you're like, why can't you target this guy? Ooh, a ninja master. I don't think I've seen one of these yet. I'm very curious what he gets up to. You two ladies, I sent you to go here, right? Because you're neutral? Or, no, I sent Katendra to take this village because she's slightly good. I mean, liberate, not take. No, that's the person. I need the town information. Libeloth. Yeah, it's actually pretty good, but Katendra and Toots are like my most positively aligned characters right now, and did I even dispatch Toots? I must have. Where's Toots? Where are you going, Toots? This is your best possible location. Well, whatever. It's interesting. Alright, Katendra. Attacking in the back? That's a little underhanded, but what are you gonna do? Uh-oh. I just realized that if we win this fight, we might actually knock them back into the sleeping Marty, or sleeping Elliot. Oh my god, I don't think we're gonna win this match though. Look at how much damage they're doing. That is a very strong unit. And because they got people in the corners, it kind of doesn't matter which angle you attack from. I mean, at least I'm rolling with a healer, but yeah, I kind of expected to lose that. Gosh. Golly. Alright, I was dispatching a unit to deal with this guy, that's what I was doing. Do I want to put Tori into the mix, or do I want to put Julie into the mix? Actually, I got several choices. Who do I want to get into the army? I like Tori. Let's do Tori. Why not? He's already at the top of the list. I feel like he's waiting. Let's go for it. Here, they're going to take like 3 steps in this direction, Tori, and then they're going to see the guy you're going to fight. Okay? Look, if Katendra with her 2 dragons couldn't win this fight, I don't think Toots can either. Although those fairies have a nice power-up ability, although they're wasting it on someone who's not anywhere near the front lines. Come on, fairies. Man, those Wolverine Claws guys, they're, quite frustrating. I may have to just, like, do a continuous assault. Oh, okay. Well, we're probably going to be using an herb. Yeah, that's to be expected. The thing is, I can only whittle down their health if I attack them continuously, and I'm pretty sure I gotta heal both these units up immediately, and I think the best way for me to do that is to actually force them to sleep. Look at them. Yeah, they're exhausted. Alright, so I'm gonna get them both to sleep. Hopefully they won't get attacked in the night. Or, I guess in the daytime, but, you know, in their sleepy times. Tori. By now you should be able to see the guy that you need to fight, right? No, you still can't see him. The blinkingness means that, see how this one's solid and this one's blinking? So the solid means that Tori can see it, and the blinking means the map knows it's there, but Tori physically can't see it yet, and you can only target people that you can see. So let's continue your path for like 4 more seconds. There we go. Not even 4 seconds, like a half second. Nice. Alright, let's wake up this guy. Now he's targeting these guys, but he has to go through her to do it. Fry, you should be targeting. I like that they decided to do a scissors formation by attacking on a pincer formation, not a scissors formation. Come on, man, get your terminology right. By attacking from the north and the south, but I was already spreading the full might of my army, so they really didn't get the shot in. Dio's probably exhausted, but you know, he's probably exhausted too, so it's fine. Oh, I'm so jealous. I want flying units. I do have, like, flying characters in my army. All dragons can fly, the fairies and gremlins can fly, and I do have 4 hawkmen myself. But sadly, the guy on the left, you see their unit, he's got special armor. That means he's a leader unit. And normal hawkmen aren't leader units, so they can't actually run a unit by themselves until they get their first promotion into whatever the hell that guy is. And I really, really want that. Also, it means I probably have to recruit 2 more hawkmen, but it's fine. I suppose I should have made Dio and Leah sleep, especially since they can't fly over the river, and I've definitely knocked back that guy into a situation where he can't. Huh. Oh, this is what I mean by Fry's overpowered. I gave him some Eldritch books, or the 2 witches Eldritch books, so they do group damage and a lot of it to the people in the back row. I may or may not have been a little cheatsy to get the funds to buy them, but it is possible to get the funds legitimately. It's not like I Game Sharked an item. That's what it was called, Game Shark, when you could just add stuff before the games of, you know, days of mods. It is possible to completely legitimately get these books, so I don't feel bad having equipped my guys with these items. I just happen to have done it through a slightly disingenuous way of doing it. But it's basically the difference between doing it through the disingenuous way or grinding out several hours of gameplay, which I would have done and probably will continue to do on my own time, but oof. That'd be hours and hours as opposed to, like, you know, a slight little, oh, you manipulate the game. Uh-oh. See, this is what screwed me in the past. All the units that I can have are now on the field. Yeah, I shouldn't have sent Leah and Dio to get this guy when he can fly. Okay, tell you what, Leah, Dio, if you guys get to this part of the bridge, I will change your objective to trying to liberate this town. Okay? Because, frankly, you're not doing any good where you are, and it's a waste for me to have put 2 units on a wild goose chase. Let's keep going. Yeah, Fry's got this. Fry's just gonna wipe this unit out from the face of the earth. They got nothing. Hopefully they drop the really cool sword or equipment that I need to promote my own Hawkman to the next level, but my luck has not been that good. I still haven't figured out if... So I do know if you run into wild creatures and beat them, and they die, they drop an item, and that item is randomized. That's how I'm barely getting as many dragon weapons as I would like, because it's 50-50 between the dragon weapon and the heal item when I fight the dragon and win. But units, I legitimately can't tell if they have scripted drops or if it's because the unit leader is a certain type. Either way, I really hope I get the item I need to promote people. And are you going to give me an item that I need to promote people? Something here. That might be something that I need to promote people. Hold on. Fry, you hold your horses. I want to check something right away. So, class commands, list class. This is where you can see all the different types of members in your army that you can have. What class they can become into is a combination of what equipment you have and what stats they have. So, the fighter here is the lowest. I have 23 actual dudes in my army that can become fighters, so that's actually a really good way of checking the inventory of your inventory, the head count of your troops. But as you can see, some of the numbers on the right-hand side, so only 6 members of my army are, I guess, smart... Oop, that was not what I wanted to hit. Let's go back down again. Only 6 members of my army are smart enough to become wizards, and of those, I have assigned 4 the job. That's what the little slashy slash thing means. So ninja's a pretty easy job to be, I mean, at least in this game. So a lot of people can become it. Doll master, I only have a few of those, and all of them that I can have are doing that job. Beast tamer is okay. He's not really that great until he gets his second promotion, which I think I might have gotten the item to do. But what this would also do is it would show me any class that I have the items and stats to do. If I don't have the items or stats, it just doesn't show up on this list. So it doesn't look like that club gave me anything. Oh no, it would show up here. Yeah, okay, so it didn't look like that club gave me any new promotion options. So that's kind of sad. These are all my dragons. And these are all the ladies. I also have 23 ladies in my army. But yeah, so since I didn't get anything from that, I don't need to dwell in this screen, and I can go back to the actual field. Fry, what am I going to want you to do now? Go back and work back up for Magnus, alright? I don't like that he's there by himself. He should win every fight that he's in, but I don't like it. Alright, Tori. Show Rudcliffe over here what you can do. Not the worst layout. He's got a fairy in the back row, so it's attacking with an offensive spell instead of supporting. That's probably the only thing I would change. Well, I mean, obviously the guy in the middle is like the worst position that you can have someone, I think. I have not seen... Most people get a bonus attack if they're in the front or back row. I have seen no one get a bonus attack for the middle. I guess if you just want to keep him at average stats, you would keep him in the middle. I really don't like that one of those dragons lost dragon fighters? Whatever. I really don't like that 47 HP is there, so I'm going to do a field pause, so when this fight is over I can give her a curve. Tori, you're not as strong as I was hoping you were going to be. I don't like that I'm already having to use a healer on you. I had to use like 4 before the other guy had some. You have 3 to work with that I've given you, so not the end of the world here. But I don't like that I'm using it so soon. Alright, I think we just wait. I need these 2 guys to attack in rapid succession. Is he gonna get close enough to start? Yeah. Elliot just barely clipped the side of him. Now, luckily or unluckily, Elliot has one of my highest damage dealing units that I can do, because these orifices, or whatever a Cerberus with 2 head is called. I'm pretty sure it's an orifice, but I can't remember. These 2-headed dogs have 3 attacks each when they're in the front row, so I can do a devastating amount of damage pretty easily with these guys. Yeah, so I'm going to do a field pause, and what I'm going to do is, I think Katendra and Twix are the 2 people I'm trying to take the village. I'm going to go ahead and wake them up, because if they're not fully healed, I'll just give them the herb. So I can't let this damage go away. This is a lot of damage. Also, apparently I need to give Elliot a herb? Oh, I definitely need to wake them up now. I knocked them off the village. Okay, so Katendra, break camp. It's a good thing I hit field pause, otherwise she would have engaged the fight, like given the knockback, the fight would have been engaged immediately. And I'm very happy, and if it had, sorry, I didn't finish the thought. If they get in a fight while they're sleeping in camp, they start the fight asleep. So at the very least, being able to wake them up like this kind of puts things in the right direction. I don't like that he's at half health already. We're going to go ahead and use your healing item immediately. On this one. Can't have my army members dying. Do I want to switch that into... I could switch her formation into a formation that does slightly more damage, but I don't think it's that much more valuable. You guys were all at relatively full health, right? Yeah, and you're a dragon to boot. We got this. Alright, continue. So you're fighting Toots immediately. Honestly, it'd be better to send Elliot after this squad now that I've dislodged them from the base, because they will not heal up. Ooh, no, they do have items. They can heal up. But I don't know what the conditions for them to use their items are. It seems to happen somewhat randomly in my opinion. Man, I don't like those guys. I really wish they were on my side. Okay, good. I was gonna say, if she didn't heal herself up, that means they would have... Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's alright, they're gonna fight Katendra immediately. Oh, you guys are both facing the wrong direction. And this is gonna put you in the front row. Ooh, you're probably gonna lose this one, girl. Do I need to retreat? No, that heal made it necessary. Okay. If Katendra didn't get that heal off, I might have had to implement a retreat. Hi, Punk. No, this is not a completely blind playthrough. I do have so what happened was I played this years ago. Ooh, I seem to have activated their trap card. I played this multiple years ago, and I got to a point in the game where my in-game character met his dad, and the dad rejected me. So I knew that, I learned at that point that there was mechanics I hadn't yet understood up until that point in the game, and out of frustration I put it down and walk away. But I did have a very strong fondness for the game. So now, years later, what I've done is I'm trying to consult a guide as little as possible so I can understand like the mechanics of what's going on, but I hopefully haven't spoiled myself any plot points. There are obviously some characters you can only get by making certain decisions. I gotta heal my people, that's what I was gonna do. There are certain characters you can only get by making certain decisions, and I therefore have a guide that says, do this, but I don't know the narrative reason for why it matters until the scene comes up. So, I know I'm supposed to say certain things when I'm prompted, but I have no idea what the prompt's going to be, and I don't know the lore reason, and I can barely remember from when I was a kid years ago playing this. So, it's not 100% blind, but it's more like, you know, really, really bad prescription glasses. I don't know how else to put it. So I do have things that I'm chasing without an understanding of how I'm chasing them, which is alright. For instance, I don't understand how the Chaos Frame works for capturing and liberating villages, but I know if I want to do, at least the playthrough I'm doing the first time, I know that I want to liberate more than capture. That said, I barely understand how either of those works. Katendra, how's everyone doing? I feel like one of you is weak. Yeah, oh, lots of people are weak. Let's go ahead and give you full heals. Cool. I don't like that because now you're out of full heals, but it had to happen. And now how's Twit's doing? Toots is doing okay. I think I understand. Okay, let me put this way. I have an understanding of the chaos frames of the villages that kind of makes sense to me. I have, even in my own mind, had to change the names of chaos frame to lawful and chaotic just so I can comprehend it. So I think if you were to explain it to me by using proper terminology, it might confuse me more because I've had to literally overwrite the terminology in my head. That said, I seem to be doing okay. For every, like, one town that I capture, I seem to liberate 3. So that's working for me. I think that's still a net positive. If it turns out I get to that same point in the game and I have completely screwed the pooch, then I might throw my controller through my TV. But I think, at least now, I have a certain understanding. Oh, that's right, I was going to tell Elliot to switch targets. Alright. So, after I finish this fight, which actually should be finishing, because oh my god, 6 attacks. Yep, 6 attacks. And, oh, I'm going to have to heal up, though. Well, it's fine. Yep, so they're no longer an issue, which is groovy. And... Alright, you get the thing? Oh, another one of the same thing I just got. Alright. So those are nice. I don't know what they're... Well, given how he already changed directions, I think I already did assign him the job of going for her, so that's good. Let's go with Heal Leaf for at least this guy. No, he's going straight into battle. Let's Heal Leaf both of them. What brought me back to this game? Alright, so when I first started streaming, the game that I was streaming was a game called Black and White, and I still, I guess, do it on Wednesday on occasion. Because I loved it too much. And it had a very strong morality system mechanic in that game. And I realized that one of the things I really liked about old games like Black and White, Knights of the Old Republic, Fable, this thing, is the morality mechanic to it, which, you know, in most games just consists of, you know, hit the right thing in the cutscene and or try and shoot as few civilians as possible as you blaze through the level. Whereas this, it's like there's actual lore and plot points that are changed based on your alignment, and same thing with the other games I mentioned before. I think Dishonored actually does an okay thing with the morality system, but that's more of a how skilled can you be at stealth assassinations to the point where you're not actually killing people. That's less of a... I mean, there's story implications of morality. Never mind about Dishonored. My point is, I found that these old games did morality way better than a lot of their modern counterparts, and I enjoy that. I like the head-scratchingness, the moral gray areas, Anyway, that was a huge draw, and also, as much as I complain about the lawful and chaotic faction sliding, there's a morale, and this is the labeling thing that confuses me as well. It says that the towns have morale, but there actually is a morale for the units that goes down if people dies. There's a hidden mechanic in that regard. I liked games that didn't just spell everything out for you, that sort of made you think about the consequences of your action, that made you strive and sometimes fail to succeed the goals that you were striving for, but not in a scripted way, just in a, the game is complex, and maybe you accidentally killed someone you didn't mean to kill, or, you know, captured a town instead of liberating it, and you know what, they remembered that. I don't know, I always liked that. Alright, so now what's the plan? So it looks like he's turning around, so it's not going to be a full-on stab in the back, so that's nice. She no longer has a leader, so she's going to run from Elliot the entire time. Both Toots and Katendra are making their way towards Laigaloth, and both of them have the highest morality alignment that I have in my army, and I think neither one of them is set. So if either one of them ends up capturing this, then I know for certain that I can't liberate this at all, and I'll have to try and beat the mission without ever engaging in this town. Is there... Yeah, so there's no store, so that's not a huge loss, but it is frustrating. Alright, yeah, sorry, I was reading chat for a second there. Yeah, Punkta Studios. I just think back in the olden days, God, 20 years ago is now the olden days. Back in the olden days, they tried to cram as much as they could into a game. Whereas now, I think they try and cram the bare minimum into a game and then try and slowly update it with personality. And this is very broad generalizations here. I don't mean to besmirch the very, very beleaguered and overworked and underappreciated video game development market, of which I, you know, derive hours of joy. So, you know, if you happen to be a game developer and you hear these words, know that I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm more talking about industry trends. Seem to be more along the lines of getting a basic foundation out and then either slowly post adding in features or trying to develop a unique feature or gimmick that's sort of in addition to what's already been established. Alright, so Fry, you take out Sullivan. Nice, cool. Whereas the older games, I don't know if they had memory limitations or just because the path before them wasn't nearly as well worn, I think is probably what it was. They were trying mechanics, they were trying systems. Look at the love that went into the sprite animations there. Like, it's not the same thing as high-resolution graphic games. I mean, you can totally get, like, I just summoned a meteor and then a volcano. Like, they put a lot of tiny little detailed love into all these interactions and minute... Oh, and the thing I love is, even though the characters are these undetailed, if you switch the weapons that they're carrying, you can see the difference. For instance, the guys I have in my army are carrying axes and a special sword, instead of the hammers and the normal sword that they came with, because I actually changed their equipment. Speaking of equipment, this is one of those cheatsy stat-altering items that I now am going to save until I can item glitch duplicate it. Liberated! Oh, I'm so happy to see that. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me just relax for a second while I don't have to worry about doing a hard reset. Because the last thing I want, after like I said, as much as I love that hidden mechanic of morality, the idea that, like, I don't figure out whether or not I've trodden the right path until 2/3 of the way through the game when I meet my dad and he goes like, yeah, so you've joined the revolution and they're the good guys, but you yourself are quite evil, so I'm not joining your army. That was soul-crushing, because I roleplayed, like, really hard as a kid into this game. I'm like, yeah, I'm Magnus, I'm fighting the evil army, you know. It was a lot. So having, like, one of the main characters, one of the main resolution points just outright say, no, you messed up. Yeah, you definitely were supposed to do better. It was a lot. But now, as an adult, and with the assistance of a guide, which I'm not sure I had back in the original day, I mean, obviously the internet existed, but I don't remember if I was consulting, like, guide magazines or not. I probably wasn't. I think I remember seeing a numeric representation of stats. Not Magnus, sorry. Fry. Magnus, you're fine. You're just gonna stay where you are forever. If you don't mind, Magnus, because sadly, if you die, I lose the entire level. Alright, Fry is kind of on the negative side, if I remember his morality right. So let's send him here, which should also be, yeah, just ever so slightly on the negative side. He started out lawful. He did, I swear. Oh, I guess he's still neutral. That's fine. Cool. Continue. I think the next stage of my plan is liberate this village and liberate this village. I got to somehow avoid capturing the one village with the incredibly high lawful alignment. Oh, thank you, Punkta Studios. I'm not confident. I tried to read the guide like 3 or 4 times, but it's what gets me is that neutral is 50. That makes it hard to understand. Because, like, it doesn't seem like 45 and 55 are that far apart, but it's the difference between lawful alignment and chaotic alignment in such a, like, needly way that's just, I don't know, frustrating. Plus, like I said, it doesn't necessarily show you the alignment of the whole unit overall. You can only sort of, like, check the individual character's alignment. So, hopefully I understand it. But there's a lot of factors going into it that make it just, like, a little bit of, Oh, that's cute. He was disappointed because everyone was dead. Alright, so in this area, I gotta pause and think this through. In this area, I have my 2 lawfully aligned people. Katendra is probably not the strongest lawful alignment I got. It's probably Toots. So let's check Toots really quick. That's not... I can check Toots here, but that's not what I meant to hit. Alright, so Toots is still neutral, but her... I was going to say her entire troop. 3 out of 5 members of her troop are somewhat lawfully aligned. It's still probably not strong enough. 77 is a really high number. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to avoid that town entirely and revisit it after I finish the mission. Alright, okay, so who's the most neutral? Tori's kind of negative and Elliot's kind of negative. You know what? Here. I'm going to send Fry, who is dead on balls neutral, to here. Because if I don't send him halfway up the mountain, he's going to go right along the pathing, and that's going to be frustrating. And then, from on top of the mountain, he should try and come to this village. From there, I'm going to... How are you guys doing? Are you... Yeah, you're basically awake. I'm going to send Dio here, since he is slightly negative, I think. And how's Leah doing? I'm just going to send Leah as backup. Just in case Dia has trouble. Besides, I think if I push too strongly and liberate this village, they'll start bombarding me from the... like their base over here. I don't know that to be true, but I feel like that's probably what they would do. Population 4? Did I read that correctly? So there are 4 people in this entire castle. And that's going to be hard to take. That's, you know what, that's got to be a representation of 10. There are 4 T people in that castle. And then 2,888. Okay.